Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, for today's Tiny Tip Tuesday. So, my tablet is out of juice. So, although I still hope you will comment, give me some thumbs up and loves and all that stuff. I won't be able to interact with you, but I will answer any of your questions afterwards. So, just so you know, I'm not ignoring you. I can't see you. So, hi. Again, I'm Carrie Beglow. I'm your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan. So, for today's tiny tip, I'm actually going to case a card. One of my dear friends who may be watching, Susan, sent me a July the 4th card. She didn't use Stampin' Up! Product, so I'm going to show you real quick. And I thought, that is dang cute. I'm going to make it with Stampin' Up! Product, but I'm going to turn it into a birthday card. Why? Because who doesn't want a pinwheel on their birthday? Let's be real. Come on. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm using Peaceful Moments. I'm going to use the Happy Birthday from Peaceful Moments. I have pre-cut some things from... Did I cut from this? I did cut a little thing from this, and I also used the Stylish Shapes. It's like this, only it's got the circles and squares. So, and this fun designer series paper, it is called, I think it's called Butterfly Kisses. Yep, Butterfly Kisses. And it's just got a boatload of pretties in here. So, that is what I'm using, and Night of Navy ink and Night of Navy for a card base. So, like Susan's card, you can see there's a lot of different, I have a note on here, sorry, a lot of different papers. Actually, this looks like it's all one piece. It is. So, whatever she used, it's from another company, so we don't need to know, Susan. Just FYI. So, this looks like it's cut too big. We'll find out. So this is my card base. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that in half. Again, this is Night of Navy. Cut 5.5 by 8.5. And then when you fold it, it's 5.5 by 4.25. Which you guys probably already know that. So there's that. Is this the right size? It is. So now I'm going to take the designer series paper. And I do have some pieces pre-cut. So I cut 1-inch strips. And these are the 4 that I cut. And I knew that I wanted one for the inside. I thought. Trying to remember now. Sorry. Okay, we'll play with these and then see what I'm going to do with the inside of it. Alright, so... in order to make the patchwork, I could have used a piece of cardstock, but I wanted to keep it a little lighter. So I'm using a scrap of paper, which is actually cut. I'm going to trim this down to 4.25, but let me do it this way so you guys can see better. But can you see that it's cut smaller? So I'm going to have these little pieces hang off. But look at me. Are you proud of me? I remembered to put on the double sticky sheets. So I'm going to go ahead and pull all of these off. Now I would recommend, if you do this, just to do one big piece for the whole thing. But as you know, I am cheap, and I had all these little scraps, and I thought, well, I'll just put all these scraps together, because it doesn't like seriously matter if they're perfect, because I'm going to end up gluing it all down anyway. So can you believe all these little pieces? How silly, right? But again, cheap. So now I have to decide, how do I want these to go? And I don't want two, like these two are really saturated, so I don't want them right next to each other. That one kind of is too. So I think I'm going to set that right there. I don't think I want that one in the middle. I'm going to want that one where you can see more of it. So then I'm going to take this one, and then that saturated one, and then this stripe, and that piece, by the way. So that's my basic outline for this card. Now what I'm going to do is, now remember this is cut a little smaller, so I am going to set it on here just so I know basically how big I'm going to want this. And I'm going to start actually in the semi-center. Now this is not long enough to go corner to corner, as you can see, because remember I'm going here to here. Let me see if I can zoom in on this for you guys, if that'll help. Oh, I see some people. Hey Susan, I'm copying your card. So thank you for that card. It was so cute. All right, so I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see a little better what I'm doing. And I see that I've left a little bit of the tape on there, so we'll pull that off. Yeah. Okay. So it will not go corner to corner because it's only 6 inches. So I'm going to go close to corner to corner. I'm going to start in this corner, but I'm going to kind of go off so that I can see where it goes. So I'm lining it up here, and then I'm making sure that this corner, I'm stuck. That's why my fingers are on there. I should probably do this, right? While I'm working on it. Okay, so I want to make sure that these 2 corners and this corner aren't going to be cut short on the page. So there's that. Okay, so now I've got it lined up here on the bottom, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to what I'm doing and in this corner. So I'm just gonna have to remember now, keep it in that corner. Then I'm going to take this one and I'm just going to line it up again, watching this end. I'm not worried about this end because this is long enough, but I want to be sure to get that end. Oh, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And try that again. So just be patient with yourself. You know, I have no patience, but you should try. I'm going to leave that corner, and then I'm going to go to this one, and this one is going to be behind my design. So it's a little bit, let me flip it this way so I can see what I'm doing, you guys. Get it back in place. This one is going to have to make sure that I am on there. And if you look right here, to get that end down, this is going to be short. So I don't want that. But I know it's going to be behind what I am working on. So I'm just going to snip it. I could have cut another piece, I know, but I like to save. So I'm going to move this up so it's above this and put this one so that it lines up there. And now I don't have to worry because that piece is going to be covered. Now I'm doing this upside down. I guess it doesn't really matter. So let me check this one. This one is going to work. That one can go to the corner. And there. So now I have this piece. And now you can see I have the ends. So I am just going to take snippets of this and set it on there. And down here. So that is my base. Now, if you're worried about that sticky thing being a problem, just take an extra piece, and it really isn't a big deal. But if you're worried about that, because I'm about to put this in my paper trimmer, and sometimes we don't like to put things in our paper trimmer, right? So what I'm going to do to start, I'm flipping this over, and this is the way it goes, right? So I am going to pencil so that I know where to start cutting, and hope that I got it right. I think I do. I think I do. That looks right. Actually, it doesn't. What's going on? Sorry, you guys. Give me just a minute to figure out my plan here. Sometimes you got to adjust. I just want to make sure everybody is covered. So I'm going to put a line here, and I'm going to put a line here. Hopefully that's in camera. So I just need these two lines for now. And you see it got messed up a little bit. So probably if you're using it the same size, which you could have used you could use a 4 by 5 1/4 piece, but I didn't want it to show, even though it looks like it might anyway. So now I'm going to line up that line in my trimmer here in the center. Okay. Of all those pieces, and then I want to be sure that I get this to 4 inches and I don't mess up. So here's 4 inches, and this is about where I think I need to be. So I'm going to line that up. And then go this way, 5 1/4. Let's hope I did this right, you guys. Everybody hold your breath now when I get to this last part. And hope I don't have any problems. I'm going to go 4 there. Ta-da! It worked. So that is how I got my background to look like the store-bought background that Susan used on the card she sent me. So I know that I think this is up. The hearts, which are here and here, are facing, you know, up. And then these flowers look like they're growing up. So I'm going to put that right there. Now you could have cut it smaller and matted it if you wanted to. I'm not gonna. So now I'm just gonna, and I'm not gonna even bother. This is stuck on there, so I am not worried about that extra paper being on there. It's super thin. It's just copy paper. Those of you who have gotten the cards from me recently, you know that that's what I use to send my flyers. Just regular typing paper. And again, this is the inside, so I'm going to make sure that it's going up the way I think it should go up. And because I put it on all of the edges, it should be okay. Now I can see a spot right there where I can see some Night of Navy in the crack, but I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, goobers. Okay, so now the next thing I did was I cut a piece of, this is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, which makes this 3 by 4. And I'm going to mat these two together. I think I'm out of camera now. Let me check. Yep. Okay. Let me go back down. I think that's it. Hi, everybody who's watching. Okay. So now I'm going to slide this on there. And you notice that this is a pattern that is in there. But I want to show you what I'm going to use for the envelope. Look. It is basically the same pattern, but bigger. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so now I said I wanted it to be happy birthday. So I am going to stamp happy birthday. I already pre-stamped just in case this one comes out really bad. So I'm prepared. So I'm stamping happy birthday. Oh, that didn't come out bad. That one's a little better centered, so I'm going to use that one. But and then I used the dies for this piece so I could mat my happy birthday. And that one has stitching. So I was gonna try to use one so I had stitching on both spots, but they were too big. It just wasn't coming out the way I wanted. So sometimes you gotta improvise, right? So now I know that's gonna go there. Now I want to make my pinwheel. So what I did was I cut with the stitch circle pieces from the Stylish Shapes, 2 circles, one in Night of Navy and one in the really cute heart shapes. Now this is where you have to think. If you look at hers, she has all of her stars going up. This all feels like this was all one piece also. So all the stars are going up. So you have to think about that, and it's pretty much impossible to do that. So it would be that way on a pinwheel, right? On a real pinwheel. So what you're going to do is, I'm just using my snips. You can use your paper trimmer. I'm going to just cut this in half. And then I'm going to cut it in half again. Oh my gosh, would you look at that? Can you see that? When I said cut in half, I was perfect. Please, rounds of applause, because you guys know me and how I feel about perfection. There. So now I have all my little pieces. And hopefully this is going to come out the way I think it's going to come out, because I didn't practice. In my head, they weren't going to be quarter pieces. They were going to be half pieces. So I may have just really screwed this up big time, which would not be unlike me. Okay. The other thing I need is I need a stick for the pinwheel. So all I did was I grabbed a scrap of the leftovers. If you want a perfect one, go ahead and use your paper trimmer. But I didn't care. So little teeny tiny. And because it's little teeny tiny, I am going to put my glue on here and just run it down. Get a little bit right there and go. Right like that, and snip that off. That doesn't show up very well, does it? No, I probably should have used the orange. Hang on. All right, well, darn. Let me grab another piece, you guys. We'll use this. Peel that off. Come on, be nice to me. It was still a little wet, so I was able to do it. Don't you guys love having a perfect demonstrator? Don't you guys just think, oh, my demonstrator, she's so perfect? Right. Not in this lifetime. Now, I made it a little thicker because I decided I kind of wanted more of the hearts to show. So there. That's a little more visible, right? So there's that. My happy birthday is going to go up on Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm kind of putting off trying to figure out if these pinwheels are going to work, because I'm starting to think they are not. I think they should have been half circles. In fact, I'm almost 100% they should have been half circles. And I knew that when I made it. So let me see what I can do with these. I don't know. Let me see. I think I can fake it. Let's try and see what happens. So I am going to just put a circle of adhesive here, and it's pretty thick. And I know that I don't want, I want the blue to be by that. So squeeze that up. Then I'm going to overlap it a little bit. And let's hope that this is going to work, you guys. Everybody think happy thoughts, because I'm not feeling confident. Help me. Ay, ay, ay. But the good news is I'm able to kind of adjust my heart pieces. So it's working. It may not be working the way it's supposed to be, but it is working. Now here is where there may be a little bit of an issue, because this piece, I should use this piece because it's going the right way. See, there is always an answer. So I'm going to slide this one under here because that adhesive is still pretty wet. So I'm going to slide it underneath and see if I can line this up good. This one needs to move over a little bit. This is why liquid glue is my favorite, you guys, because I can adjust on the fly. There we go. Ta-da! Now I want a gem in there because pinwheels are on something, right? They're always on like some kind of a little doohickma-bobber. I can't believe that worked. It does not look the way I expected it to, but it's sufficient. Look at my fingers. Glue everywhere. Oh my gosh. Some people call themselves inkied fingers. I am just sticky fingers, which out in the world would not sound good. Sticky fingers by glow would be bad. So there we go. And now I'm just going to put this up on Stampin' Dimensionals. So it isn't a perfect case. There was probably a much better way to do that pinwheel, but that's what happens when I plan ahead and I want to do something really fast, because I just got Susan's card and I just thought it was so cute that I knew I could redo it with Stampin' Up, so I did. So there you go. Fun, right? And then on the inside, you could trim off a piece of the flower. So let me do that real quick because I don't want it that thick. Grab my paper trimmer. So I'm just going to put an inch on there. So I wanted to mention, while you guys are watching, that I know that some of you are waiting impatiently for your items from the day of free shipping. Me too. Stampin' Up! Was totally bombarded. So a lot of orders, whether it was free shipping or after free shipping, they are like still in picking line depending on what time the orders were placed. So that is what's going on. I looked and everybody's, I just looked this morning, everybody still says picking. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. They were just, you know, free shipping. They were like bombarded with orders. It's not because we got free shipping and they stuck us to the back of the line. No, the only people who get moved up in the line are people who place an expedited order. So if you want to, you know, spend the lots of money to expedite, which I do too often, and trust me, you don't want to do it. Otherwise, that's what's going on. So look at the inside. Isn't that pretty? So then you've got the happy birthday, and then remember I said I was going to kind of match it up. You guys have seen me do this a bazillion times, but I'm going to do it for you again anyway. I'm just going to take the flap of the envelope and I'm going to overload it with adhesive and grab my silicone mat so when it oozes out, should have some right in that corner. Okay, so when it oozes out, it doesn't go all over my table. And now I'm going to line it up with the fold. Make sure your flowers are going the right way. Excuse me. I almost didn't bring a water over here. Good thing I did. Okay. Okay, so now that's on there nice and good. Now all you have to do is trim it. I'm just going to cut it off really fast here. And then, sorry for the coughing, you guys. And then just trim around the edges. So hopefully you guys are making comments. I saw a few when I stood up to zoom in, so that's good. And I'm hoping that if you haven't already started following my page here at facebook.com/MemoryINKers, that you will. Please share this. Oh my gosh. Share this video with your friends and post below that you have shared. This is the last opportunity for this month to be in the drawing to share my video, and so make sure you do that. And that is from my Facebook page. So if you're watching this from a shared place or on my YouTube channel, you need to go over to my facebook.com/MemoryINKers. If you're going to shop, MemoryINKers.com. If you're going to email me, MemoryINKers@gmail.com. And if you're going to shop, please use this hostess code. I'm really excited about a new incentive I have for you guys that I'm going to tell you about on Saturday. I'm really excited. So anyway, there is your matching envelope to match your card. And there is my cased card from a store-bought card. Well, it may not be store-bought. Susan probably made it. But it used just regular pre-done paper. So, love this, Susan. Very cute. So thank you so much for thinking of me. And I'm glad to hear you're feeling better too. So, there you go. Let me zoom in a little bit. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys like my fingernails. I was being silly and thought, you know, what better time to wear the red, white, and blue than right now. So there you go. If you guys want to take a screenshot, I'll let you do that. So hi everybody. Thank you for watching. I will be back on Saturday. I may be back before that because I may decide I want to tell you guys about my idea for next month, or share a few things from the new catalog, which starts July 1st. Yay. So if there's anything you wanted out of the January to June, excuse me, you have until Thursday to order. That is the last day. It's also the last day for the BOGO with the kits. Buy one, get one half off. And I know you guys are all excited about Celebration, but sometimes you can save more on those BOGOs. So just wanted to remind you guys that. But I'm excited about the new mini. Hopefully everybody who was to get one got one in the mail. If you've placed an order with me in the last 6 months, I did mail you one. So, but it's mailed through Stampin' Up. So I'm never exactly sure on the timing. But anyway, it's good to not really see you, but kind of see you guys. So we'll see you later. Bye.